Are you guys tired of spending your hard-earned money just to get terrible pack odds? Well, look no further. Visit my sponsor EasyMut.com for the fastest, cheapest, and most reliable Madden 21 coins. Use code JTibbs for 5% off your purchase. What is going on, guys? JTibbs back with another video. So I know I've been bringing a lot of offensive tip videos from pro players, my personal stuff, but today I wanted to break down a defense I think is very good, if not the best defense currently in Madden 21 right now. Yes, this does stop the pass and the run equally. It's very easy to contain a lot of these formations that a lot of these guys like to run, like trips tight end, bunch tight end, bunch offset, etc, etc. Alright guys, you know what time it is. It's time for the roast of the day, and this was sent in by user Carl De Leon. We had a lot of great submissions, but I chose his. So Carl says, JTibbs looks like a guy that would ride horses with both his legs on the same side. Really? Really? So you're saying I put my feet up like this and I sit on the horse's head is right here, and I'm just, you know, like a dainty little lady. That's not happening. I don't ride horses. Alright guys, if you want a chance to be featured in a video just like today's shout out roast winner of the day, comment down below your best roast. Go ahead guys, let's get into roasting me. You see this? I'm growing a lot of my hair back again, guys. Don't need the lawnmower, don't need bit it or whatever it's called, whatever y'all kids call it. I'm a pretty good looking man. My mom even says that. Alright guys, so here we are. We're going to be getting into today's video, but before that happens, make sure to leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I know there's a lot of you guys out there that aren't subscribed. And comment down today's word of the day, which is going to be simply defense. Defense down below, because we're going to be breaking down a really stingy and great defense. So like I said, let's go ahead and get right into this blitz, this defensive coverage. Overall, it's a very good hybrid, and it gives people fits. It will give your opponent fits. Make it very hard for them to move the ball up and down the field on you. Alright guys, so we are in the 49ers defensive playbook. Really, any playbook with nickel normal will suffice. Now, I'd highly recommend you guys get good users now. We're going to be using Carl Joseph and my man Sheldrick Redwine. And then we're going to obviously have Ronnie Harrison Jr. blitzing. We're going to have Greedy and my man Denzel Ward at the corner position. And then we're going to have two really fast, I won't even say Grant Delpit's fast, but solid overall players who are pretty quick for their position in the high secondary. Now, again, 49ers defensive playbook. We're going to be going with the play nickel blitz. Now, I forgot to mention this, but I always like to have my coaching, and I did that kind of fast, but I like to have my auto flip on, especially if I'm playing a trips tight end guy or a bunch player, just so I can kind of anticipate that coming out. Because a lot of these guys like to flip, so you guys want to be on top of the side they're coming out on first before you decide to flip. Now we're going to pick the blitz, nickel blitz. And you guys are going to notice there are different setups to this. So we're going to be going over some common ones, and we're going to be going over a very popular offensive formation in the gun bunch offset. Alright guys, so here it is. Here is the play right here. We're just going to leave it stock for now. Now what I like to do is I always like to go front R bumper down on the left stick, and what that does is that'll crash the whole defense in. We're going to crash our line out, and you guys are going to notice that this is going to be kind of the first stock setup. Now we're going to use a red wine and kind of hover in this gap right here close to this D tackle. You don't want to go here because sometimes you can get tripped up or caught up. But if you stay here, you should be fine. So we're going to engage with the blocker and then pull off immediately. Now our shed didn't come in that well, and that's fine. That sometimes does tend to happen. But you guys are going to notice that with this, we want to go ahead and kind of, you don't have to be super close, but right about here is perfect. And you guys, again, want to engage with that lineman and then pull off. And as you guys see, that guy comes screaming in untouched. So, overall, I'd highly recommend you do this. Now, here's another thing that's great about this. A lot of the times what I like to do, especially against bunch offset, is I'll go ahead and hard flat this guy, this slot guy, and then put my inside guy in my outside corner and outside thirds and inside thirds respectively. Now move him into the box, blitz our user, and you're going to notice actually if we crash the line down, or at least out that is, you're going to create an overload, and it's going to be very easy to go ahead and get this in. So again, we can blitz Carl Joseph, and you're going to see that this overload is going to happen very effectively. Either an end's going to come free, or a linebacker, so we're going to attack, and then we're going to pull off right there. And you see our end comes untouched free right there. Now I want to go into instant replay and actually show you as to why he comes free, and why we like to mix this up with the blitzing corner on the inside. So here's our setup. Again, you can crash your line out, or in this particular time we crashed him in so we'd get a straight line drive. As you see, I'm attaching with that blocker right there, which means we're going to have a blocker that is guarding our running back. And this is the perfect case scenario, because then I can pull off really quickly. And if he wants to make a quick read to that slot guy, I can go ahead and lurk it right there. I'm underneath it if he tries to throw it. I think that's enough room, obviously, especially in MUT if you have a card with lurker, which pretty much every good user does. So as you guys see, I'm able to lurk that route right there. And I'd say in regs that's fair enough. You can maybe get to that. But again, I pull off, go to my running back route, and overall it's a very, very difficult type of matchup, I'd say, to guard, due to the fact that you cannot make this mistake. It is hard to pick up this, not looping, but obviously straight line drive defender, due to the fact he's going to come free every time if I attach with Whitworth. And then Whitworth is going to be left doing nothing except playing second fiddle and helping with the block shed. So I'd highly recommend we mix this up on the defense. This is what a lot of pro players do. And if I play it in real time, you're going to notice how quick my user can get off that block. I mean, that's why a lot of these guys like to engage with the lineman, due to the fact that it's very easy and it's pretty quick. If you have quick fingers, you're able to go ahead and disengage and get right back in the play. So I showed you guys the two first basic setups again. One's with the blitzing corner, and one's with the corner and coverage and the blitzing linebacker. Now again, we're going to R bumper down the left stick. We are then going to blitz everyone. Now this is one of my favorite setups I love to go ahead and do. And I like blitzing the linebacker and the inside corner. This is if they block their running back. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put del pit and a shaded up hook curl. So I'm going to shade up after I do that. And then put the outside coverage like this, kind of like a invert as well. So as you guys are going to see, is I'm going to stand in this gap. And overall, our only weakness is to that cover 2 side, that makeshift cover 2 side, and then anything in the flat to the left. So if he goes with a wheel route, we may have to go over there real quick, maybe user it. If he goes with a drag, maybe fake like we're going with another route and then go to the drag, or vice versa, go to the drag and then go back to another route. So here it is. So we block our running back, and sometimes I'm actually going to go ahead, and if we go ahead and kind of do something like that, you guys are going to notice if I disengage, we're going to have 2 guys looping. Now the insane thing is, and I guess I wouldn't even say that, but the crazy thing is, and the thing you have to be careful about, is when you're sending this blitz. As you see, we had our linebacker looping, and that's the angle you want. You want that running back to either take that blitzing corner or that looper. They're both going to come in at the same time. But the thing is, you want to be very, very careful, is as you see over the top, it's wide open. Like everything's open. Everything is open. You got to be very careful. So in this instance, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shade up before I make any adjustments, blitz my guys, and then make my adjustments like this. And if you see, if I shade up beforehand, before putting him in a hook curl, he's going to play it a lot better. Now, you don't got to bring him in the box. You can kind of move him towards the middle of the field. But he's going to take away those initial reads and give your team just enough time to go ahead and cause some damage. As you guys see right there, obviously our user is going to be following that. So you got to be very careful. But you got to be very, very confident that your pressure is going to be coming in very, very fast. Alright guys, so this is our last and final setup. This is what I like to do versus people who like to max protect, who are always like to go 5 wide. I like to create instant pressure very fast. So what I'm again going to do, every basic setup with this defense starts with the R trigger down. This is, and very important, take notice, but if they aren't in trips tight end, it's best probably to do this out of a quarters look or something like that. But again, R trigger down the left stick, we're then going to crash our line down and globally blitz all our linebackers. So we're going to get this type of look here. Now the next part is very important. We're then going to go ahead and shade up, and then we're going to put our right linebacker, so red line, in a spy. The spy is going to come in handy, so guys, pay attention. And what I like to do is I like to man up this guy. I like to shade up again, maybe move him back a little bit so he doesn't get beat deep, and then bring this guy in the box kind of close like that so he can play any quick hitting corner. So I'm going to blitz my user, I'm going to stay in this gap, and I'm going to pass commit. Now, you can do this very fast. I'll show you the next play, but I wanted to break it down a little slower for you guys who aren't as quick as adjustments. So, this is what it's looking like against a max protect. As you guys are going to see, the moment they snap that ball, I would count 1 Mississippi and then click in the right stick to send that spy. You're going to see that spy is going to loop around. We're going to get the 2 linebackers looping, and the running back has to decide. So we're going to go ahead now and snap the ball, and you guys are going to see, I'm going to count to 1 Mississippi. I'm going to send him. So snap the ball, send him, 1 Mississippi, boom. There it is, coming in free, instant sack with a max protect. So I want to show you guys that again, but let's go into instant replay and really break this down. Alright, so as we see, the moment we snap that ball, we're moving our user back. We don't got to engage with anyone. If you have time, that is, and you notice they max protect, again, that's a really quick read to make, but if you notice they max protect, like right here, you could maybe engage, but I'd say probably go back to user. Now, as you guys see, the moment we snap it, you can see I counted a 1 Mississippi, and I send that spy. Now, the linebacker's doing his job on the left. Mr. Carl Joseph is looping, gets picked up. However, our running back gets in the way, and we're not able to pick that guy up. But this guy is going to get around, obviously, any lineman, and it's that running back's job to block him. So you're going to see after we do it again, this is still going to come in. Now, this is one of actually a little better of an example of it coming in and the running back dumbing out. But you're going to see sometimes the running back will step up, which leads the other looper to come in free. So let me show you guys this one more time just to kind of break it down some more. Again, crash down, blitz everyone. And that's pretty much it. I mean, it's that simple. It really is that simple to set up. So again, as you see, we're going to blitz our user, max protect, just so you guys see we're max protecting, and we're going to go ahead and send him just like that. And as you see, we actually have our X factor, Myles Garrett, come around, and we get a nice little shed. So this play, this type of formation is very deadly. I would highly recommend, like I say, crashing the line, and you can crash them out sometimes if you have that X factor out there. I would highly recommend you start doing that because Myles Garrett is an absolute tank, a unit, and you can go ahead and just kind of mess around with the defense right here. So as you see, we're max protecting. Again, we're going to send him, and he actually got A-gap detected, which kind of sucks. But at the same time, we get him to scream free. So another thing I like to do, and I haven't really shared this with anyone, I don't know if anyone knows this glitch, but if you put double spies on the field, you're going to notice something. So as I set it up right here, if I go double spies, you're going to notice that I can send that spy with the linebacker and it's going to scream through even with a max protect. Now look at this. We're max protecting and I'm able to go ahead and send him to come through. And you see we're going to get, actually that was really cool. He took the ball away. But you're going to see we get a screamer off the edge. Again, we're going to do it one more time just to show you guys how to do it. Boom, there it is. And then we're going to spy our user, put him in the gap right here. So if we, again, max protect, and then we go ahead and send that spy right after. He actually got a gap detected, which kind of sucks, but we're going to end up getting a shedder every single time if that doesn't come through. So it's a very easy formation to go ahead and absolutely kill your opponent with. Alright guys, that's it for today's video, man. If you enjoyed it, smack a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what you want to see next. Also, we got another Tibbs Pro breakdown. Tibbs, Pro breakdown, interview with the pros, whatever it's called. I always forget the series name. But we have 2 big YouTubers coming. Guys, we're going to be interviewing them. It's going to be awesome. We also got some really, really dope videos coming with some other big YouTubers, so be on the lookout for that. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. This is JTibbs, and as always, peace.